Ahoy there, YouTube! We're back again for more of some live gameplay video. And today I have a treat. We're going to be playing Codenames Duets, which will be coming at Gen Con later this year. I got an early pre-production, so even though everything you see here is pretty much finalized for the most part, version of the game, I'm going to be teaching my lovely wife Melina how to play, and you'll also learn how to play as we go. And I'll be telling you a little bit about the game itself, and also you can kind of play along with us if you want. You're going to see her side of things, which will be right here, and then you won't sit there to see my side of things. So if you want, you can try and guess them as well. So yeah, let's go ahead and do this. And we'll start off by putting in our roll card right here, which I will be sure not to look at your side. And is that in the camera, dear? Can you make sure that's seen?
Yes.
All right. So the big thing that changes in Codename Duet, and you probably instantly notice if you're a fan of Codenames, is that there are now 3 assassins. So you have to make sure that your opponent, your partner, does not choose those 3 black words that are listed on here. Now, also, there's a really interesting piece of information because those 3 black spots that you see right there, for you personally, one of those is going to be an assassin that you absolutely cannot pick. So they're all assassins to me. So if I pick, whatever the black spot is, game over immediately. But for one of those, for you, is going to be an assassin. One of those for you is going to be a green spot. And one of those for you is going to be an innocent bystander. I also want to warn you, my wife has never played before, so she's completely learning all the rules right now, even though we went over them briefly. So you're going to have 9 turns in order to complete your said goal. And so take a look at the words, take a look at all the green words, and then the first person to come up with the clue is going to be the first person to go first. So I am looking at my stuff, and actually I need to be looking at this, because I'm looking at this from the wrong side. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit more tricky for me. But taking a look at the green words, and there probably will be some moments of silence as we are deep in thought right now.
So I can use any word I want.
You can
except
say
for what's on there.
Yeah, you can say one word and one number. So if you said like blue 3, I would be looking for 3 things that would be blue. The rules are you cannot use any word that is in it. So you couldn't say rain if you were trying to get me to guess rainbow. So, all right.
So if I've got a clue,
you can just give it.
I can just give it?
Yeah. And generally you want to try and do 2 or 3, especially at the beginning of the game. Later on in the game, that probably will not be a feasible option. Because, yeah, giving 1 clues is generally pretty easy.
Okay, well then I don't have one for you if you want me to give 3.
2 or 3.
2 or 3, I mean.
Well, that's what we're thinking. This is great YouTube right now. I think I got one. Okay. And I want to make sure, the big thing is I'm about to give you a clue, but I want to make sure that none of the clue that I'm about to give you would apply to any of the black spots that are on the board. Which I do not think it does. So I'm going to go with scratch 2.
Scratch? Scratch? Ice Age?
When you want an answer, you just touch it.
Oh. You didn't tell me that. What does that mean?
That means we got it correct. We have 1 of the 15 words that you need to get. Now, so there's going to be 15 agents you're trying to get out. I have 9 words, you have 9 words, and then we have 3 words that overlap.
Oh, we do?
Yes. And you can guess as many times as you get correct. So what you know is that I said scratch 2, which would imply...
And I got one of them.
Yes. Well, you got one. Whether or not that was what I was going for, something I can't talk about. But off to a good start.
Scratch.
I sincerely hope someone right now is yelling at their computer at your incompetence.
Because I'm being dumb right now?
I wouldn't
Is
say
that
dumb.
What you think? You think I'm being dumb?
I just said I wouldn't say that.
Didn't you tell me your brain doesn't work like most people's?
And if you don't feel comfortable guessing anything, you can pass. There's not an answer that you're like, I don't feel too comfortable answering. You can always pass.
It took me a minute to figure out Ice Age. What happens if I get it wrong?
Well, if you pick one of the black spots, we immediately lose the game and I ridicule you.
And
Also to the internet. and if you get it incorrect and it's just an innocent bystander, we just put an innocent bystander pointed towards you that would say that you guessed this one and it was incorrect. Now this might still be a green word for me. So that's why the arrows are pointing that way. So that's these are like dual use. So if you get everything correct, this goes in front of you for a check mark. If you get it incorrect, then the arrows go right there.
Okay. Now I'm going to... There's no consolation for... There's no... Anything for passing? I can just pass?
You can just pass.
We
lose a turn. Well, we're one less turn, so this goes in front of you. And now we have 8 turns in order to successfully get the rest of our words. So now it is your turn to give a clue.
Okay, I'm going to be terrible at this game.
That's why we can practice. And luckily, while she's... I'm going to stall for her, because I love her. Well, another thing you're going to get is you're going to be getting these sheets right here. Now, this is just off a Laserdisc printer, but it's going to be kind of like a scenario that you can play, and it will give you more or less turns to start with, and you'll get less of these tiles or more of these tiles. It's a really interesting concept. Some of them seem incredibly difficult. So, for instance, you might go to Madrid, where you get 10 bystanders instead of 9, so it's a little bit easier game. Or you might go to somewhere else where you start with like 7 bystanders and 3 green check marks, or vice versa. Really interesting concept. I'll explore that more as we play some more of this, which I do see us playing quite a few games of this in the next few nights. And now I'm going to shut up and I'm going to try to figure out my clue.
Okay. Restaurant. 2.
Restaurant 2. Let's see. So, peppers in a restaurant, pizzas at a restaurant. Those seem like the 2 obvious ones. You might eat Valentine at a restaurant. That's a little bit of a stretch. Yeah, we will go with pizza first.
Yes.
Alright, so it gets a green one. Now this green one goes towards me to signify that I got that one correct.
Okay.
And the second one, yeah, I will go with pepper.
No.
Alright, so is that just an innocent bystander or is it a black spot?
No, it's an innocent bystander.
Okay, so to get this, the little arrow points towards me to symbolize that I have voted for pepper, so I should no longer ever pick pepper, but you still might pick pepper. It might be something we need. And we're down to 7 more rounds. But here's the thing. I still remember, dear, I still remember that there's a restaurant 1 out there. So later on in the game, I might be like, oh, that's what she meant by restaurant 1. Just like you should still, scratch one because you got one left. All right, so looking at the things that will kill me. Okay. pretty safe there. Those are the two down there. Oh man, this is gonna be a stretch. Okay. No, 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 no. All right. Ooh, this is gonna be such a stretch. I might cost us the game here. Amazing 2.
Amazing.
Yeah, we're gonna go with a stretch here. Oh no! Oh no! We might have just lost this game right now.
Amazing.
Yeah. Oh no. I might be bailing you out. I might take all the blame for this loss.
You might be bailing me out when you give me a clue like amazing.
That's not all right. Just say I should not be saying anything. My wife knows me. Christmas is amazing.
I'm stuck between 2 here. To be honest with you. A possible third.
Oh God, that scares me. It scares me.
Knowing you. And I'm gonna hope that you thought more like me, with me in mind.
Which one are you picking?
I'm wrong.
Wedding? Amazing.
You married me, you jerk.
Okay, but luckily, innocent bystander. So we're good. No worries. Wait. Okay, we're good. Alright, so now it's your turn. I don't think weddings are amazing. Get out of here. I mean, our wedding. Of
Our
course.
wedding.
But most weddings. Most weddings.
That is not on camera.
You cannot see it, but my wife has given me an expletive non-verbally.
Via finger.
Well, I think that was implied. Let's not
Yeah,
get dirty
well,
here.
let's
Think of your clue. Try to make it better than my terrible clue. But luckily you knew Christmas. I figured that was going to be a gimme. And by the way, we are doing terrible, in case you're wondering.
Yeah, I got that.
No, I was talking to the audience.
Oh, okay. Mine's kind of a stretch. But I'm going to count on the fact that you don't know the difference.
It's always a good bet.
And go with Irish 2.
Irish 2. Let's see. Irish people have shoulders. And glasses.
God.
Oh, well, duh. Obvious one. Notre Dame.
Yes.
Okay. And Valentine, glasses, shoulders, sleep, tank, crystal, Crusader. Wasn't Martin Wallace Irish? Nylon, mud. Oh, duh. Are you kidding me? Why am I still looking? Kilt.
Yeah, they're not Irish, but yes.
Scottish, I know. All right, so I take this, put it in front of me. Boop. There we go. So now it is my turn to give clues, and as you can see, as the board starts to clear up, it becomes a little bit slightly easier to give clues, even though it actually kind of becomes slightly more difficult. You know what? I like whatever. All right. This is a tricky one. Okay. Is there anything else that's going to correlate? Or my death word is going to correlate? No. Let's try this out. Soldier 2.
Soldier?
In case you're wondering, YouTube, I am not the most clever person. You couldn't tell. I seldom give things of 3. Tank seems like an obvious answer that I should have noticed. And yes, my apologies, my lovely wife. No, tank does not apply to soldier at all. But you still do
Well,
have.
now I'm scared.
You got soldier 2. You got. What was it? Scratch 1. I mean, you got. The world is your oyster. I got restaurant 1 too. All right. So we have 4 guesses left to get. To get a lot of people. Your turn.
This one mine.
Oh yeah, it should be pointing towards you.
Oh god, I'm terrible.
I just gave you a clue and you didn't get the first one because I didn't realize there was a tank. So take that with a grain of salt. I see the rules.
Yes, yeah.
Just want to make sure I did something right.
Oh my god, I am terrible at this game. You're making me think on the spot. Okay. Oh wow, this is a stretch. Oh my god. Okay, I can't believe I'm gonna say this. I can't. You think yours was a stretch. You ready? We're a pair matched in heaven here, babe. You ready for this?
Yeah.
Last 2.
This is. I've looked through 3/4
I
the
can't believe
words.
I just gave you that clue. Oh my god.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything. At least I gave you clues with more answers. I don't see anything. We were together last Valentine. We were together the last time we were at a wedding, but well, you were at a guest wedding. Yeah. I have no clue at all.
I can't believe I just gave you that clue. Okay.
Pass. No, I take it back. Let's go back to restaurant 1. Let's try that
Restaurant
one
1.
We're gonna go with Valentine.
No.
Is it black?
Yeah.
Death. Okay. Well, I was trying to get you to go with Scratch, Tigers.
Oh.
Soldier, this one was a big stretch, was Battle and Mud. Even though
Mud?
I clearly saw Crusader, obviously could have potentially
And
been
you
one.
never saw Tank.
I did not. Well, it wasn't close to me. You know, it is the second closest word. So what was last two, my dear?
Crusader and Sleep.
Okay, Last Crusader. That's decent. What's the sleep?
Sleep, that's the last thing you do during the day.
Oh,
I told you it was a stretch. I told you it was bad.
don't put your progressive views. So yeah,
Really.
since we scored a black one, that would be boom the immediate end of the game. However, if we had gotten to the point where we had run out of turns, what would happen is we get a sudden death round where we don't give any more clues and we just take turns pretty much just guessing wildly based on what probably prior knowledge we have. And if we get them all correct, then we win. And the off chance we do that. And if we don't, then we start over again. One thing to mention is these are more cards, so you can also use this kind of as an expansion to the original Codenames just for the cards. And yeah, so that is Codenames Duet. Really genius little game. Pleasantly surprised. It feels like a very natural change from the original Codenames. What did you think of your first time playing it?
I like it. I'm not overly creative with clues.
But luckily, we're both really bad at it, so it works out. We can build our self-esteem up, so we can eventually win this game and then get crushed by the rest of the world when we go play different versions of the game. But that is Codenames Duet coming out later this year at Gen Con, and I really do think that if you play two-player games, this is one you're going to want to have in your collection. It's very light, it's very simple, it's very easy to learn. I mean, this was Melina's first time playing Codenames, period, ever, and I taught it to her about 5-10 minutes. And yeah, she enjoyed it. I enjoy it. Codenames Duet coming out later this year. Vlada, Vlada, you're so good at making games. You too, Scott. But God, Vlada, so good at stuff. That's Codenames Duet. And yeah, there you go.